Probably to Tom McCraw.
Cangelosi's hit in the back, and he charges the mound. He and Smoltz, both benches emptying out. This is not good. There's no doubt that Smoltz went right at the back of Cangelosi. Now the bullpens are coming. This is what baseball is going to have to stop. This is no good. There's some throws, punches being thrown out here.
Brian Thompson all over the place out there.
Lopez is tagged. Bottom 4, 1-0 Reds. Runner on second for Ed Taubency. The fly ball to the left. Brett Boone tagging. Heading for third, and more controversy. John Smoltz arguing the Boone slid past the bag. Smoltz incensed. Now Hunter Wendelstedt steps on Smoltz's foot. Then Wendelstedt ejects Smoltz for contact with an umpire. Bobby Cox, not pleased. Cox runs out of the dugout. He touches Wendelstedt's chest. He gets the heave-ho. Cox hanging around the dugout, still yelling at Wendelstedt. Cox finally, the action. Bottom of the third, 4-0 Phils. Paul Bird hits Eddie Perez. Second time this week, Bird has hit Perez, and Perez incensed. Now top of the fourth, Smoltz retaliates. It's Alex Arias, and umpire Jerry Meals gives Smoltz the heave-ho. And Smoltz is not pleased. He gives Meals the business.
Major League RBI for him, and then Colorado Burke stealing second. His 30th stolen base of the year. We'll tell you why in a moment. That is of importance. Javi Lopez doesn't like the call. Chipper Jones doesn't like the call, and he gets tossed from the game. Bobby Cox doesn't like the call. Then again, he's got a headache, so he might as well get tossed and have his Advil early. Goodbye. Goodbye. The Rock here.
Top 7, Labor rings up Chipper, and Chipper, like he got some bad service at Hooters, throws the bat. He's ejected. Labor no-hitter through 6.
Overall, 2-1 Dodgers. It's a 3-2 game when Eric Gagne gets Chipper, and Chipper not really amused with Marty Foster. Next inning, Eric Karros, the 1-2 count, he takes what they call a ball. Karros ended up getting a hit, and Chipper and Bobby Cox got into it. You know Bobby's going to get run. Bobby barely gets out there, and they ask him to leave. Threw Chipper out, too. There was still a Jones.
He's upset about the pitch before.
Wow. I think a Flaherty got tossed, and now Cox has been tossed. Chipper Jones going to get tossed soon, too. This has happened very quickly, and you can understand the Flaherty, and more guys are getting tossed. Chipper's gone, too. Coaches coming from everywhere to try to help this out.
Don't think they don't know that was a strike.
3-2. Doug Eddings says it was that far outside. He held his hands a foot apart. I beg to differ. Doug Eddings. He just threw Chipper Jones out of the game. Doug Eddings just threw Chipper Jones out of the game. You could hear him say, "I'm not going to hear it from you." And so Chipper Jones is kicked out.
Hitter someday. Bases loaded, count full. Vlad Guerrero can't hold up, no half strikes, throws his stuff and gets ejected. Here he talks to the home plate umpire, Mike Van Vliet. We look at it again, definitely goes around. Guerrero, you know, he's an Expo Montreal, so he says something in French, and that gets him chucked.
I can't even understand him. Yeah, some rain issues.
Strike 3 call to the outside corner.
Tom Gordon just grooving. Edgar Martinez not thinking that was a strike. Talks about it and gets tossed. And that sparks further useless discussion.
Strike 3 called on the outside corner, and Edgar Martinez has just been thrown out of the ball game by Brian Honora. Man, you seldom see this reaction from Edgar Martinez.
That was a tough at bat for Edgar. All of a sudden you go down 0-2, you got a streaker that delays your concentration, you lay off a breaking pitch, and then the guy throws the ball outside on you. That's why he snapped.
Well, he was called out on a strike his first time up.
Sweet glove. Top 6. Luke Pote inside on Edgar Martinez, and Edgar is not happy. He gets up, says, "You want to dance?" Comes after him. Take another look at this one. Ball will hit Martinez on the hand, and then watch, deflects up and knocks off his helmet. He's certainly going to get a shiner out of this thing. And Martinez, his chili is running hot.
Halliday hitting Baldelli, and he gets thrown out. So much for win number 22. Here's what they both had to say about what happened.
he was pitching well, and he came in on me, you know, inside the at-bat before that, so that was probably part of his game plan anyways, and I mean, that one, I guess he just missed on.
I don't understand it, and you know, especially in that situation, you know, but like I said, there's not a whole lot we can do now.
2 hit batters by Halladay, his first loss since August 27th. Rob Bell held Toronto hitless for 6 innings.
Wagner against Walker. Astros up 6-5. It's called a ball. Very next pitch looks to be in the same exact spot. Called strike 3. Walker has issues with that.
He's got what?
Issues. He's thrown out of the game right there. John Hudick in now.
His own cause. That's exactly what Traxel did there. Second homer of his career. Cubs up 4-2. Cubs up 7-4 now. Walker, the tying run. And we've got controversy. Doesn't like the call against Heredia. And Walker gets the heave-ho. Don Baylor comes out.
6th inning, tied at 1. Kevin Brown throwing to Larry Walker on a full count. Called strike 3. Walker thinks it wasn't. Gets into it with Scott Higgins and gets tossed. And won't leave. My watch costs more than your car. It's an antonym, not a homonym.
Balls and strikes. Moments later, Larry Walker was at the plate. He gets punched out, and then he gets tossed out.
Well, they're a little frustrated. Yesterday, Clint Hurdle was tossed out. Buddy Bell actually tossed out 3 players in an inning.
I'm having pain, and I think this would be the best thing for my career. And Rolen can't believe that call, as strike 2 is on the outside corner, that one on the inside corner. Rolen having to say here with Tim Cheetah, now he's out of here. And you don't see that very often from Scott Rolen.
No, you don't, and you don't see this reaction either. And there's a man that doesn't get hot often.
Now to Rolen, and strike 3 called. Rolen disagrees. He cannot believe it. And he's been thrown out of the game.
I'll tell you what, it was not only Scotty Rolen that went off.
Then Trevor Wilson hit the next batter, Fred McGriff. Here comes Fred. There goes Wilson's glove. There come the benches. A wild melee ensuing. They thought for a while they might have had it calmed down when suddenly Wilson went after McGriff again. McGriff and Wilson and Dusty Baker and Bruce Kim and Ron Oglesby and Jose Melendez were all ejected.